When someone drinks a Big Hill cider, we want them to think of Big Hill. Some of the best apples are grown right here. We have the potential to create an awesome product because of where we are, because of where Big Hill is. To me, if we can convey that message, there's no reason that our product can't be appreciated all over the world, really, all over the country, whatever. But we want people to feel like they're drinking something from Big Hill. Once I started making hard cider and decided I wanted to produce hard cider commercially or do it for a living, it only made sense to move back and actually buy the farm. I didn't want to work with other people's apples. That was really what it came down to.
We had started talking about it 4 years ago. I don't think there's anybody else we could, either of us have said that multiple times, that there's nobody else that we could have done it with. As far as work ethic, mindset, ability to putting up with each other, ability to listen to each other and take an opinion or a thought, and even though we might not agree with it, we'll make it work.
I'm Troy Lehman, and I'm co-owner of Big Hill Ciderworks.
I'm Ben Kishball, and one of the co-owners here at Big Hill Ciderworks.
Just like with wine grapes, you have microclimates that are perfectly suited for wine grape production. It's the same reason. There are other areas of the country that it's easier to grow pretty apples, but when it comes to fruit quality as far as flavor, you can't beat this area. And we're in a pretty exciting time too as far as where the cider industry is in the United States, because the door is wide open, really.
We have about 25 acres just of apples between the two of us, and we have almost 35 different varieties of apples. Some of those are fresh fruit from markets. Many of those are cider varietals.
If I'd have had my way, we would have probably waited another year or two to actually start producing ciders, because a lot of the fruit that we like to use for our hard ciders is actually English cider varietals, French cider varietals that actually have tannins, just like a classic vinifera wine grape does. You can build more complex ciders that way. As far as the farm to table movement, I mean, for me, it's easy to say I want to make cider, or I want to make beer, or I want to make anything. It's as simple as going and finding the ingredients, and people don't realize it, but when you harvest those apples, has everything to do with the fruit character, the taste, the fruit developing the character on the tree. It's completely different from picking it off the tree and letting it fully ripen in a bin. You don't develop some of those flavors, and we have ultimate control over that, being that we own the farm. Guys that are making ciders, or companies that are making ciders or beers from hops, whatever, they don't have the control over when that stuff gets harvested. And to me, they don't have ultimate control over the end product, So that's farm to table for me, anyway. We didn't know what the name of our cider was going to be. We bounced ideas off of each other probably for the better part of a month, I guess.
Oh, at least.
One day we were just talking about where we were, and we were on Big Hill. And to be able to put that in a name, it actually took a decision that shouldn't have been thought about more than 5 seconds, and it was sat in our lap. you know. We were just too stupid to realize it. Really. Some cideries, wineries, they only make $50 bottles of wine, $30 bottles of cider. That's not for me, you know. I want everybody to be able to experience what we're doing on some scale or another, but we can do it all. I mean, we have the ability to do it.
It's still not been 2 years yet for us since we bought this farm. And looking back from the time from the time we poured concrete where we're sitting today to having a product in a bottle, and that's going through licensing and regulations and building equipment and labels and designs and
building the building.
Building the business. It was 1 year and 9 days from concrete to a bottle.
Yeah.
And I just got chills. But when that bottle was there, it was like, you know.
It was a good day.
Yeah.
It was a good day. Yeah. And that's the thing. I mean, to me, that's what the farm to table movement is too. It's legitimate, you know. Somebody hiring a winemaker or a cider maker to make their cider for them, that's cool. But what's more cool to me is doing it yourself, growing the apples.
Building the building.
Building the building, do it all.
Do it all.
Do it all. I mean, and we may never be the biggest, or we may never even be the best, but I'll tell you.
We worked damn hard to be here.
Yep, and we did it ourselves. Nobody can take an ounce of anything away from us. None of it, you know. They may get bigger. They may do some stuff that's better, but we'll leave it all on the table and people will remember us. From the standpoint of buying a farm just to grow apples and then sell them, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. You know, there's a reason farms are going up for sale and being sold off as lots, and hopefully someday we can be, you know, if we grow the business the way we want to, we may be able to buy and preserve other farms even at that point, you know, if we end up using all of the apples we produce and need more. So we'll see how it goes.